Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome once again to Pre-Calculus. Okay, for this discussion video, we are going to discuss about conic sections. If we mention or if we are going to talk about conic sections, we have to consider the curves that results from the intersection of a cone and a plane. So in which we have to discuss about circles, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. Let's start our discussion with the very simple conic section, the circles. The standard form of the equation of a circle with its center at the origin is given by the formula x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, wherein r here is our representation for the radius of a circle. So if we take the square root of the right hand side, we will know how big the radius is. Notice that both the x and y terms are squared here. Linear equations don't have either x or y terms, or what I am referring here is the linear equations. Same as true if we will have to discuss later on about parabolas. We have to know that only x or either y of the term should have to be squared, but not both terms. Okay, let's look at the equation x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. The r squared is equal to 9, so we could definitely derive our radius, which is equal to 3. The center of the circle is at the origin, and the radius is 3. So let's graph this circle. So if we want to graph the circle, so we have to find the center first. So we have our center is at 0, 0. And then we could definitely plot our circle. So 3 units to the left, to the right, up and down of our center. And then join these points with a circle. The circle is a set of all points that are 3 units away or from the center. So wherein we perform that through our graphing. However, not all equations of circle is uh, having a center at the origin. If the center of the circle is not the origin, then the equation of the standard form of a circle may be changed. So for the equation of a circle not centered at the origin, we have the following equation, or we have the given equation x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared, wherein our center of the circle is at h and k. So for example, we are given x minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to 16. And we are asked to find the center and the radius. And we are going to graph this circle. So the center, based on this one, so we have h which is equal to 3, k which is equal to 1. And then our r squared is equal to 16, therefore r is equal to 4. So the center of the circle is at 3, 1, and the radius is 4. So you could easily plot the circle at in our coordinate axis or in our Cartesian coordinate axis, just like this one. If you take the equation of a circle in standard form, for example, as provided here when we have x plus 2 squared plus 1 minus 4 squared is equal to 4. So you can find the center and the radius easily. So we're in our center is negative 2 for x, positive 4 for our y value, and our radius is square root of 4, which is equal to 2. So remember that the center is at h and k with x minus h and y minus k, since the x is plus something and not minus, so it can be written as x minus negative 2. Okay, so but not at all times that our equation is presented in this form. So sometimes the equations or the equation are already distributed or already multiplied out or being or FOIL method is already has already been applied in our given equation. So example of this, we are given x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 8y plus 16 is equal to 4. So moving everything to one side in descending order and combining like terms would have x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 8y plus 16 is equal to 0. Okay, so we we combined all the constants here. 4 plus 16 minus 4 is equal to 16. Next, if we've had started with it like this, we'd have to complete this square on both the x and y's to get the standard form. So how do we perform the completing the square? So it's like what we are doing with our algebra, we have to perform completing the square here. So we are given, in terms of x, we have x squared plus 4x. In terms of y, we have y squared minus 8y. And we have to transpose our constant on the right side of the equation. So we have, in terms of the x terms, so we have to complete the square. So same also with the group y term, we have also to complete our square. So it is a good idea to make blanks also on your right side of the equation so that you won't forget to add both sides to what will be added here in our given equations. So if we perform the completing the square, what we have to do is divide this one into by 2 and then we have to square it. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, then square that is equal to 4. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Squaring it, we have 16. Okay, then we could factor this out, giving us x plus 2 squared plus 1, y minus 4 squared is equal to 4. Now let's work on the given example wherein we are provided in a problem wherein we will be asked to find an equation of a circle with center at 0, 0 and the radius equal to 7. Okay, let's substitute the center and the radius values in the standard form. So the standard form is this one. We have to substitute values of our center and our radius, giving us the equation of the circle x squared plus y squared is equal to 49. Another one, we are given an equation of a circle with center at 0, 0 that passes through the point negative 1 and negative 4. So since the center is at 0, 0, we'll have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Next, the point negative 1 and negative 4 is on the circle, so should work when we plug it in the equation for x and y. So we have to substitute the value of the point given in the problem to find the value of our radius. Then our radius would be equal to 1 plus 16 is equal to 17. R squared is equal to 17. Then, substituting it back into our equation, we will have x squared plus y squared is equal to 17. Next, we are given here the center negative 2, 5 is given and the radius is equal to 6. So substituting, we will have x minus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 6 squared. Then we will have x plus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 36. This time we have equation of a circle with center at 6, at 8, 2 and passes through the point 8, 0. Okay, so substituting we will have x minus 8 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to r squared. Since it passes through the point 8 and 0, we can plug this to find the value of our radius or our r squared. We could have 8 minus 8 squared plus 0 minus 2 squared is equal to r squared, when our r squared will be equal to 4. And then substituting it back to our equation, we will have x minus 8 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 4. Now, we have to identify the center and the radius of a certain circle if we are provided with an equation. Example of this is we have 9x squared plus 9y squared is equal to 64. So to get in standard form, we don't want coefficients on the squared term, so let's divide everything by 9. So when we have, so x squared plus y squared is equal to is equal to 64 all over 9. Okay, so this one is r squared, so we have to get the square root for us to find the value of our radius. So the center is at 0, 0, the radius is square root of 64 over 9, or 8 all over 3. If you want to graph, we will have this one. Another one, we are asked to identify the center and the radius and sketch the graph of the circles, wherein we have the equation x plus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 25. Okay, remember that the center values end up being the opposite sign of what is with the x and y, and the right hand side is the radius squared. So we have to change the sign here. We have negative 4. So this one is already negative. So this will be 3, and the radius is square root of 25, which is equal to 5. So the center is at negative 4, 3, and the radius is 5. Okay, so graphing this one, we will have this graph of a circle. Okay, so another one. We are given here the equation x squared plus y squared plus 6y minus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. So for this type of equation, we have to perform our completing the square. When we have x squared plus 6x plus, so here we have to 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 squared is 9. Y squared minus 4y is negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2 squared, that is equal to 4. So whatever we add in the left side of the equation, we have to add it also on the right side of the equation, giving us the factored form of x plus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 16. So the center is at negative 3, 2, and the radius is 4. Okay, this is our discussion for these circles. So we have watch out for another video for the discussion on the another conic section, which is the parabola.